Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, my dear Bible readers, my fellow Bible readers, as we read through the Bible together. Today is day 126 of the day 125, day 125 of the 365 days of the Bible reading challenge. This tells you that we have about 240 days to go. And we are progressing well. So today is day 125. And so if you're watching from the TikTok platform, if you're watching from the YouTube platform, this should be episode 159 for you. Episode 159 for you. We have been reading the story of David, a very interesting story. David is one of the greatest kings in Israel. Actually, he is the greatest king in Israel, only surpassed maybe by Jesus. Okay, so his story is very interesting, and it is not something that we can ignore. It is not something that we can rush over. And he wrote many psalms, and so we keep reading psalms here and there, showing us what was written in his time, even by him, sometimes not by him, but by other people, but he contributed to it. And so today is another day where we will be reading a few psalms, very common psalms. We will be reading Psalms number 1 and Psalms number 2. Then we'll be reading Psalms 15. Then we'll be reading Psalms 22, Psalms 24, and Psalms 22, Psalms 23, Psalms 24, and then Psalms 47. About 7 psalms altogether. Whenever we read Psalms, or whenever we are reading Psalms, we go a little bit very fast. I don't know if we can do this in one part. I hope we can do it in one part. I love it when we do the readings in one part. It's not usually my wish for the parts to go 2, 3, 4. No. I love it when we do it in one part or 2 parts or thereabout. Let's see how we can do this. So without much further ado, but just a recap, David is now king over Israel, and he has brought the Ark of the Covenant back to Jerusalem. That is maybe all the background you need. If you have not been following us, please go back and hear the whole story. But so far, David is king over Israel. He is now anointed king over all of Israel. He brought the Ark of the Covenant back. There was some issues here and there. Uzzah died. Michal, his wife, despised him, and she became barren henceforth. And David, rudely replied to her that I am here, or I'm praising God, which was not rude. It's because she was also rude to him. And so on and so forth. So today we are reading Psalms 1, Psalms 2, then we continue as the schedule tells us, okay? So we are now in Psalms number 1, and it has only 6 verses, so easy peasy, right? So verse 1 says, "Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and his law doth he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind driveth away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous." Verse 6, which is the last verse of Psalms 1, says, "For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish." One of the things that I am enjoying when reading the Bible chronologically is that I now understand when everything, or approximately when everything was done. Like now we understand that the Psalm number 1, or Psalms 1, Psalms 2, and all the Psalms that we are going to read right now were written after the Ark of the Covenant came to Jerusalem, after David was king over all of Israel, okay? So Psalms chapter number 2 says, Why do the heathen rage, and the people imagine a vain thing?" Verse 2 says, the kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers that take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break his bands asunder and cast away the cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath, and vex them in his sore displeasure. Verse 6 says, yet have I set my king upon the holy hill of Zion. I will declare the decree of the Lord hath said unto me, thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron, thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Verse 10 says, be wise now, therefore, O ye kings, be instructed, ye judges of the earth. Serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling. Verse number 12 says, kiss the Son, lest he be angry and ye perish from the way, when his wrath is kindled but a little. The last part of verse 12, which is the last verse of Psalms 2, says, blessed are all they that put their trust in him. So we go to Psalms 15. Psalms 15, it has only 5 verses, and so we read on. It says, verse 1, in brackets, a psalm of David. Verse 1 says, Lord, who shall abide in thy tabernacle? Who shall dwell in thy holy hill? He that walketh uprightly and worketh righteousness, and speaketh the truth in his heart. He that backbiteth not with his tongue, nor doeth evil to his neighbor, nor taketh up a reproach against his neighbor. Verse number 4, in whose eyes a vile person is contemned, but he honoureth them that fear the Lord. He that sweareth to his own heart and changeth not. Verse number 5 says, which is the last verse of Psalm 15, says, he that putteth not out his money to usury, nor taketh reward against the innocent, he that doeth these things shall never be moved. We move quickly to Psalms 22. We will be reading Psalms 22, 23, and 24. Psalms 22 is a long one, so this may actually force us to overflow into the second part, but let's see how it goes. Verse 1 says, into brackets, to the chief musician upon Aijaleth Shahar, a psalm of David. Verse 1 says, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? Why art thou so far from helping me, and from the words of my roaring? Now, even before we go ahead, this is the psalm that Jesus was quoting when he was on the cross. Do you remember when he was saying, Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani? He was quoting Psalms number 22. Very powerful. Now, verse 2 says, O my God, I cry in the daytime, but thou hearest not, and in the night season, and I am not silent. But thou art holy, O thou that inhabitest the praises of Israel. Our fathers trusted in thee, they trusted, and thou didst deliver them. They cried unto thee, and were delivered. They trusted in thee, and were not confounded. But I am a worm, no man, a reproach of men, and despised of the people. All they that see me laugh me to scorn. They shoot out the lip, they shake the head, saying, he trusted on the Lord that he would deliver him. Let him deliver him, seeing he delighted in him. But thou art he that took me out of the womb. Thou didst make me hope when I was upon my mother's breasts. I was cast upon thee from the womb. Thou art my God from my mother's belly. Be not far from me, for trouble is near, for there is none to help. Many bulls have compassed me, strong bulls of Bashan have beset me round. They gaped upon me with their mouths as a ravening and a roaring lion. I am poured out like water, and all my bones are out of joint. My heart is like wax, it is melted in the midst of my bowels. My strength is dried up like a potsherd, and my tongue cleaveth to my jaws, and thou hast brought me into the dust of death. For dogs have compassed me, the assembly of the wicked have encroached me, they pierced my hands and my feet. Remember that verse 16 is also a prediction, or it's also a prophecy of Jesus on the cross, where it says, for dogs have compassed me, the assembly of the wicked have encroached me, they have pierced my hand and my feet. You understand? Jesus on the cross, pierced hands and feet. Verse number 17 says, I may tell all my bones, they look and stare upon me. They part my garments among them and cast lots upon my vesture. That's another prophecy of Jesus on the cross. Remember how they cast lots on Jesus' clothes so that they may know who is going with what? It is prophesied here in Psalm number 22. So actually Psalm number 22 has a lot to do with Jesus on the cross. Okay, verse number 19 says, but be not thou far from me, O Lord, all my strength haste thee to help me. Deliver my soul from the sword, my darling from the power of the dog. Save me from the lion's mouth, for thou hast hid me from the horns of the unicorns. I will declare thy name unto my brethren in the midst of the congregation. Will I praise thee. Verse 23 says, ye that fear the Lord, praise him. All ye the seed of Jacob, glorify him and fear him. All ye seed of Israel, for he hath not despised nor abhorred the affliction of the afflicted, neither hath he hid his face from him. But when he cried unto him, he heard. My praise shall be of thee in the great congregation. I will pay my vows before them that fear him. The meek shall eat and be satisfied. They shall praise the Lord that seek him. Your heart shall live forever. All the ends of the world shall remember and turn unto the Lord, and all kindreds of the nations shall worship before thee. For the kingdom is the Lord's, and he is the governor among the nations. Verse 29 says, all that be fat upon the earth shall eat and worship. All they that go down to the dust shall bow before him, and none can keep alive his own soul. Verse 30 says, a seed shall serve him, it shall be accounted to the Lord for a generation. Verse 31, which is the last verse of Psalms 22, says, they shall come and shall declare his righteousness unto a people that shall be born, that he hath done this. Let's push it and do it in one bit, because first Psalms 23 and Psalms 24 they are not very big chunks. So no, let's come and do 23, 24 and 47 in the second part. For now, let's put a pause at that point and come for part 2. God bless you.